Hey, what's up, you guys? Antonin's Rampage here. So today, I'm gonna be doing a fucking video response to this dude whose name is always was, always will be. He left a comment on my video called Class Clown Abuse Rant, alright? Now, in that fucking video, alright, I talked about, like, this phenomenon where kids in SKU, alright, who are, I guess, the class clown, right? They are really goofy and silly, you know. They're not really doing anything wrong. They're just cutting up, having some fun. Shouldn't be a big deal, right? But in many cases, they'll face like all sorts of targeting and harassment, you know. And some people will say, oh, well, a lot of people say, oh, well, victims of bullying, they bring it on themselves because they're just so goofy and annoying. Well, first of all, I don't think that being quote-unquote goofy and annoying necessarily means that you deserve to get physical brain damage from psychological trauma and an AIDS-like illness. Yeah, look it up, dude. Psychological trauma causes physical brain damage, physical pain pathways to fire in your brain. It decreases your immune system. You become immunocompromised. You get sick. You're more susceptible to disease. You get sick more often. You can lose years off your life. Yeah, those are the effects of psychological trauma, dude. So I really don't think that someone deserves physical brain damage and an AIDS-like illness and all sorts of pain and suffering just because they're, quote, goofy and silly and the class clown. Like, and here's the thing, it's funny how so many of these same exact motherfuckers who will justify abusing class clowns and showing an every reaction when they get, quote-unquote, annoyed by someone being silly, those are the same exact motherfuckers, in many cases, who will simultaneously preach thick skin. They'll be like, oh yeah, if someone tries to provoke and harass you, you just gotta not show every reaction. They just won't see every reaction. Okay, but why don't they apply that to class clowns? Yeah, why don't they just say, oh, this person is being goofy and silly, they're trying to see every reaction by, quote, annoying me, so I just gotta just let it go and grow thick skin and toughen up and not show every reaction, right? Yeah, why do these motherfuckers not have that approach, you know? So yeah, I was about to say a certain catchphrase I said I've worn out, but you know what, I'm just not feeling this video. I'm just not feeling it. You probably know what catchphrase this is. You probably know what catchphrase it is. You know, it's just thanking a certain individual, okay, a certain president. Alright, but I'm just not feeling that joke right now. You know, I just feel like I've worn out. But yeah, so this dude always was, always will be, is like this motherfucker. Here, I'm taking a look at their channel now. So like his official name is Free and Proud Liberty, alright, but I can't really tell what gender this motherfucker is. Let's look at one of his videos. Yeah, video of a doggy, you know. I don't know, it sounds like it's a woman's channel. It's a cute doggy though. So yeah, I mean, I did look at a couple of their videos, you know, as like and it looks like the person on the channel is female, so I'll just assume her gender based on those videos I saw. So yeah, she says, bisexual nonsense. Alright, ma'am. Like, what? What? What the fuck does bisexuality have to do with anything, ma'am? Like, I don't think I ever mentioned it. I did recently rewatch that video. I don't recall ever bringing up anything related to queerness in general. Like, what are you talking about? Look, it just seems as though this is just a hunch, right? Just a hunch. I have just a hunch that, like, you yourself did the thing that I criticized in the video, right? Like, you yourself has preached thick skin, you know, and toughen up and not show every reaction when someone bullies and harasses you. Oh, if you're annoyed by legit, straight up malicious bullying, you know, where they're intentionally trying to cause you pain and suffering, oh, toughen up, let it go, don't show every reaction. No one can make you feel a certain way without your permission. Oh, but it's okay to give people permission to, quote, annoy you when they're not intentionally trying to bother you. They're just trying to have some fun, you know, trying to make school a little bit less shitty, you know. They may have, I can pretty much guarantee you that class clowns, on average, have way better intentions than legit malicious bullies, you know, who, like, will brag about their sadistic intentions, you know. Yeah, okay, no, if they, quote, want to see and have reaction, alright, they very clearly have very malevolent intentions, do they not? So yeah, it's like, okay, so we're supposed to not show any reaction when people who openly admit to having very sadistic intentions, very sadistic and evil intentions, alright, when they brag about that, okay, the response is to quote, not show any reaction, and to toughen up, have some thick skin. Oh, but don't toughen up if people who on average have way less malicious intentions. If someone's a class clown, they're quote goofy and silly, and they're not even really trying to harm anybody, you know, they have way better intentions. Oh, it's okay to allow their quote annoying silliness take up space inside your head rent-free, and you show such a negative reaction that it causes them physical brain damage and a fucking AIDS-like illness, you know, that can take years off their life, okay, and you're causing them all this pain and suffering, okay, over that, okay, and you want to preach thick skin, don't show a negative reaction? You're showing very negative reactions over very mild things, you know what I mean? And it just seems to me that this Mrs. Always Was, Always Will Be is like that, you know? It just seems to me that she's like that, alright? It's just a hunch, of course. Just a hunch. I mean, yeah, like, holy shit. I mean, if I'm gonna tag in this video, ma'am, okay, you're the star of the show, alright, yeah, I'm just curious, ma'am, I mean, are you one of those people who unremorsefully chose to do that? I mean, have you unremorsefully been like, oh yes, you know, toughen up, have thick skin, but show very negative reactions if someone, quote, annoys you with their goofiness? What? I mean, that doesn't really make any sense. Yeah, I mean, are you one of those people? I don't know. Have you done that without remorse? See, that's the other thing. It's one thing if you said, oh, I did it when I was like 10, but I don't do it anymore. Now that I'm a mature, responsible adult. Hey, look, if you'll say something like that, that's fine, you know. But I mean, you know, I mean, come on, like, really. This is very offensive and politically incorrect. Yeah. Thanks, Obama. Oh, fuck, I said I wasn't gonna say that joke in this video. It's just a habit, right? Thanks, Obama. Oh my god. Like I say it without realizing I'm saying it. Alright. Look. Mrs. Always Was, Always Will Be. Yeah, and here's another thing too. There's people who get bullied who are not class clowns. Yeah, no, there's plenty of non-class clowns who get bullied. Yeah, no, I can think of multiple people, multiple situations where like they didn't do shit, you know, like they were not, you know, being quote unquote a goofball or whatever. They weren't really doing anything all that bad. Okay, but yeah, they were not doing anything that was like, oh, that tactically risky thing of being a class clown. Yeah. Here's the thing too. I've seen class clowns who don't get targeted. Yeah, I don't know. There's situations where, you know, you can be really goofy and silly, and if you just have a high hell monkey point balance, you know, the tribalistic hell monkeys just seem to arbitrarily like you for whatever reason. You can do whatever you want. I mean, you can do something completely atrocious and immoral, and still have it be written off. I'll be like, oh, well, let it go, forgive, no shouldn't have reaction, right? But I'm telling you, man, if you have a low hell monkey point balance, I mean, you could do absolutely nothing. You could just be minding your business, not even being goofy and silly, not even breaking any sort of tactical rule, and your life could still be hell. I mean, if these hell monkeys just decide to flip and target you for whatever, I mean, they don't really care about what you, like, most people do not care about what you do, good or bad. They don't, you know? Like, most people only care about your tribalistic hell monkey points, you know? That's it. Like, most people only care about your tribalistic hell monkey points. They don't give a flying fuck about what you do, good or bad, alright? They don't, okay? Most people do not give a flying fuck about what you do, good or bad. Excuse me. I made a really gross noise while cleansing my sinuses. Like, I'm not gonna say the catchphrase. I'm wearing out. It's just I just had enough, right? Like I say it without realizing I'm saying it. All right. What was I gonna say? Yeah. Fuck. I lost my train of thought. What was I saying before? Yeah. I mean, you know, there's people who like. I mean, yeah. Most people don't only care about your hell monkey points. That's it, dude. I mean, most people only care about that. Like that's all that most people care about. Okay. like all that most people give a flying fuck about is your tribalistic hell monkey points. They don't care about what you actually do, good or bad. They don't care about what sort of quote unquote principle, rule, or morality you should follow. They don't really care about that, right? Like all they care about is whether or not they just seem to arbitrarily like you for whatever reason. Like that's all that seems to fucking matter with like most people. I mean, most people just are completely unfair. I mean, they treat people completely unfairly, and it's very offensive and politically incorrect. All right, and a lot of them, like including most adults, like grown-ass adults, middle-aged adults, even most of them are like this too. You know? Oh yeah. I mean, like most people are like this for their entire lives. You know? And I think it's very offensive and politically incorrect. So yeah, your comment always was. I mean, I don't get it. You know? Like what is like what does bisexuality have to do with any of this, ma'am? I'm confused. Right, you have to elaborate. And are you one of the people who I criticized? I'm just curious, alright? I have a hunch that maybe possibly you could be, but you don't really have a good rebuttal to my critiques, and you're just trying to throw some kind of, I guess, verbal cannon fodder at me. Just a hunch that's what you're doing. I don't know. I mean, you're welcome to answer that question. You know, you don't have to, of course. I mean, I can't make you answer the question, but you know, if you want to respond, okay, you're the star of the show, right? You're the star of the show, okay? Mrs. Star of the show, always was, always will be, all right? All right, do you want to answer the question, okay? I mean, are you one of those people, okay, who's gonna be like this for their entire lives? Or are you gonna turn the beef and cheese for the bitter, man? So yeah, yeah, that's the thing, you know. I mean, yeah, no, if you did something like that when you were like, you know, in the past when you were 10 or whatever, I don't care. As long as you don't do it anymore. Yeah, but I don't have a problem with people who do it for their entire fucking lives. You know what I mean? Yeah, no. If you were to one day turn to leaf, man, and change for the better. Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be great. That'd be my preference, obviously. That would be my preference. Okay, but I mean, I can't make you do it, alright? I can't make you do it. Can't make you do it, alright? It's the start of the show, alright? So closing. Yeah, I think that class clown abuse is dumb, and it's like, and if you choose to give people AIDS, all because they quote annoy you with their silly jokes or whatever, that's not really that bad. Okay, if you choose to do that, I think it's very offensive and politically incorrect. All right, it's offensive. Okay, it's very offensive. I find all this hypocritical bullshit to be very offensive. All right, it's very offensive and politically incorrect. All right, it's very offensive. Okay, I'm offended. I'm very offended. All right, you guys are offending me. So in closing, you guys are offending me. Bye.